It's famous.
Infamous. Right? We have Senator Enrico from Junkyard.
How are you?
How's it going today?
It's going great.
Very good. Now, I know you guys have had some recent new music out there.
Yes.
Can you talk to me a little bit about the single things?
Well, I wrote it with our guitar player Brian, and I wrote and David. Well, he's a singer, David, and you know, we just started. We're on the path to making a new album, and this was kind of the first, one of the first songs that was written. And we kind of said, well, let's lop it off and put it out. And it happened very naturally, very quickly. You know, as all the good songs tend to happen pretty quickly, and we recorded it, and it's been a fan favorite even as a new song, which is great because we play it and fans know it, and that's really cool. So it just kind of happened very naturally, and that's the best. I don't know what else to say about it.
I mean, it's a testament really to our fans because I mean, it was a single, it was a 2-song single that we put out, and they treated it like it was a brand new full-length release, and to this day it's still selling and doing well, and we're still getting some airplay from it, and I know the fans want the full length, which is coming next year, so but I mean, it's just our fans are junky Junkyard. You know, and we gotta be their deal.
Well, that was my next question. You have new music coming out.
We have basically a full album written, and as you know, our guitar player Brian is also in Bad Religion, so we have logistics about getting us all in the same city for the amount of time it would take to record, which is shorter than it used to be because it has to be. But you know, the plan is to record in November, have it out late spring next year. Talk to East Coast tours, Europe, and everything for a big 17. But most of it is written, and I don't know. I think it sounds pretty damn good.
It's really good. It's if Junkyard fans will not be disappointed. There's going to be some surprises. We have some special guests in there, and it's.
Well, I'll give one little thing.
Yeah,
I'll give one little tip.
Just because we love you guys.
Yeah, because this is Tim from Junkyard, and I'm tuned into the Hair Metal Mansion, and Charlie Starr from Blackberry Smoke has written a song for it, and we recorded it up, and it sounds.
It's amazing.
It's amazing. It's like a lot. If Junkyard did a Skinner song, which is kind of redundant, but it sounds great, and I imagine that'll probably be the first single off the record.
Yeah.
We've done pretty extensive demos for the records. We have a pretty good idea how it's turning out in a weird way. In the modern age, you can do that, and so the Charlie Starr wrote this great song for us, and so that's a kind of a cool thing. So that's one little tidbit. I think I can actually say that.
No, yeah. We'll also be playing at the Hair Nation Festival. We'll be playing a brand new song that's from the record.
Yes, we're going to put one new song.
Now, granted, you know, if you blink, you might miss it because it's about 2 minutes 10 seconds.
Yeah. So. We don't want to bore anybody.
Yeah.
So, how's life in Hollywood?
We don't know. We don't live here.
We moved out.
We grew up.
So,
the schools aren't any good.
Yeah.
God's
terrible.
In schools.
Yeah.
So, what are your thoughts on the current rock scene?
I mean, I don't have many thoughts in that. I wonder if there is much of one.
It seems like the bands that are coming. I mean, Guns N' Roses getting back together. That's great. But the good thing about it is they're getting good reviews and they're actually going on that. I think that's kicked it a little bit in the ass.
I think so too.
There's also other bands that are out there that are pretty good, and but it's still everybody's stuck in that mode of where do I play? Because there's nowhere really to play. You know, the clubs are dying down. We still have the Roxy, we still have the Whiskey, we still have the Viper Room, we lost the House of Blues. As far as bigger venues go, Irvine Meadows is going to be gone a couple shows after we play there. There's the Pacific Amphitheater in Orange County. You know, that's a dodgy, weird.
I think in general, if we were starting up now, I don't know what the hell we would do. The fact that we have a fan base is like a miracle, and we're very appreciative of a fan base that we can basically go and just play and people turn up. You know, sometimes more, sometimes less, sometimes we play with other fans. But just to have that kind of base, I don't know how a guy starts out and says, all right, I'm going to get a band together, I don't even know how you do it. So I think that's, you know, but then you see Guns N' Roses filling stadiums 2 nights in a row, and I'm slightly surprised, to be quite honest with you. I'm a little surprised. And I have a theory about this, by the way. All those fans, and our fans too, are coming out more again because when all their kids are old enough and gone to college and they can afford to go out and have fun again and not put all their money into their kids' education, all everything, and they're like, it's like empty nester rock.
Or their kids are old enough, they're 17, 18, that they want to go, or their kids are like 21, like my daughter, and I can take her and go see a band and have a couple of cocktails.
We make her work.
My daughter works,
She's our merge girlfriend. So, you know, so that's my theory. I think that has some sense why we go and play, and it's like, and it's the big night out, and you know, kids just started college. Woo! They're like, great, you know. I think there's something.
And it's especially, I mean, we saw it when we went and played Colorado. People were flying up from New York, from North Carolina. I mean, people were like, well, I'm going to make a weekend out of it. That's my vacation. And it's like, wow, that's really cool. And it's like, you know, then of course, the more I talk to the person, I thought we were special, but we weren't. You know, they do other vacations to go see other bands. So I was like, I felt treated on it.
I imagine,
but that's what people do.
I imagine Hair Nation has a large number of people flying in. Large, thousands.
Yeah.
So it can't just be a local thing to fill that place, I would think. So,
I mean, last year we had people that were flying in from like New Zealand.
Yeah,
I mean, that was mind blowing. It was like we flew in to see you guys. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
So, who is your favorite band that you want to see?
Oh yeah. It's a great name.
Sometimes bands that never really went anywhere. Sometimes. But I'm trying to think. Who would be the favorite one? You end up going back to your friends a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, they're great guys.
I got to go back to probably when I was a kid, playing in the band that opened up for Brian's band, Minor Threat. You know, this was back when I was like in 12th grade. So it was like, you know, that was the first time I met Brian. I was, you know, graduating high school, opening up for Minor Threat. Brian comes up to me and starts chatting with me, and I'm like, wow, this is really cool. Little did I know, like, you know, 10 years later, or not even 10 years later, like 3 or 4 years later, I'd be in a band and stuck with them like for the rest of my life. But yeah, for me, it had to be Minor Threat.
Hard to top that one.
Yeah. And then the final question, who was the closest to you guys? As far as like who you were with or whatever, where did you guys feel like you had the closest?
We didn't really get it. I mean, Junkyard was, especially back in the Geffen days and stuff like that, we got passed on a lot of tours. I mean, the only tours that we got picked up on was the Leonard Skinner tour. We got passed on by everybody, so we just went out and, you know, played by ourselves. But probably the best, one of the historical tours that Junkyard had was that little band, the Black Crows, opened up for us. And we just, basically what happened was we got a call from the record company, and they wanted to promote this new band, and we were like, we're just sitting around anyways. It's like, well, you guys can go out for 3 months. We're like, well, yes, let's get us out. And it's like, all right, but part of the deal is you got to take this band and show them the ropes. And we got to see them from a baby band turned into, you know, all of a sudden they're going gold, and then they got to hit single, and then it was like, you know, they went platinum, and then it's like at the end of the tour they got Aerosmith. And then from then on, you know the story. But and to this day, those guys are still reference us as their first tour, as their learning, as their stepping stone, as learning how to be a band on the road. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but
depends on the day.
Yeah, depends on the band member of the group.
Very good. Well, I just want to